Russia wants you to destroy your country, and you're falling for it. Bear with me here. Have you noticed how the information space around you on social media is just filled with things that make you hate and distrust your government? But then there are these politicians that say exactly what you want to hear, and they confirm your fear that your government is awful. These politicians talk about all the problems you don't like in society. They're loud, they're vocal, and they're invigorating. But here's the catch. Russia knows that it can destroy Western governments, just as much as it can destroy Ukraine's government. But you know what's the difference between Western democracies and Russia? In Western democracies, you can take down your government. And in Ukraine, we can too. Russia is losing the war miserably, despite everything that you're being told by the media. 4 major organizations dropped Russia in the past month. One of them is International Court of Justice. Countries' representatives walked out of Lavrov's, Russia's foreign minister's, speech at OSCE, and many European countries that news are trying to make you believe are dropping Ukraine actually are starting to open and establish factories for military production in Ukraine, which indicates long-term support. And Ukraine has taken back 50% of the territory with literally almost none of the promised gear delivered. Russia can't win on the battlefield, but it can meddle in politics, and it is very professional at pushing disinformation. We in the West live in countries that allow us freedom of speech and the right to assembly. They also allow us to criticize our government, and so we are the power that can take down our government. That's what Russia wants. And we are being pushed politicians that are telling us everything we want to hear, but if you look at their policies, what they're actually about is taking away our rights and taking away our freedoms of speech and rights to assembly and rights to criticize them, unless we fully and completely agree with them. Russia is trying to make you oust your democratic government in favor of a government that is going to turn you into Russia and help Russia in its ambitions. They keep saying the West is weak, Western democracies are falling, the leaders stop getting support, Ukraine is not getting support. But these are all projections. Thoughts materialize. They want you to vote for politicians that are going to turn you into an autocracy. You might think it's a conspiracy theory, and you might think I'm completely crazy, but we in Ukraine have lived with Russia and Russian disinformation for decades now, and it's not conspiratorial. It is the reality, and it is the reality in which we live today, because we are in information World War III. If we fall for this today, and if we give in, we're actually going to end up having those exact governments that we believe we have today that we don't trust, that are working against us and are taking away our rights. Don't just vote for politicians who try to appeal to your emotions. Look at the bigger picture. If most of their policy behind the invigorating speeches is concentrated in taking the rights away, even if you agree with those, very soon they're going to start taking the rights away that you don't agree with. Russia can't destroy the West, but it can influence the information space so that the West destroys itself. It's been doing it here, and it's been doing it in Ukraine. It's Russia's desperate push. Don't let it win.